Nightmare still playing out. That deadly and historic nor'easter slamming several states. There is still snow falling. It brought New York City to a halt. That 20-car pileup on the GW Bridge connecting New Jersey to New York City. Gridlock across the city. The maddening scene for so many passengers with buses delayed, halted. You can see the guards there blocking the escalators to the Port Authority bus station. Students at a middle school forced to spend the night there. And tonight, cancellations and delays still causing quite a scene at airports. Passengers sleeping on cots at Newark Airport. And now a new system we're watching tonight. Meteorologist Rob Marciano leading us off.
Tonight, with snow still falling in parts of the Northeast, the nightmare is not over. A historic November nor'easter, stranding drivers and cars for hours, passengers still waiting at airports, students stranded at school into the night.
This storm hit right at that perfect hour, right as rush hour was starting.
In Manhattan, 6 inches of snow and ice halting traffic. Hundreds of trees crashing down under the weight of the snow gathering on leaves still on the trees. Blocking roads, crushing cars.
I just heard a crack. The whole branch just fell down.
The stunning scene on New York's George Washington Bridge, a 20-car pileup. Some were forced to get out of their cars and simply walk across the bridge. Nearly 2,000 crashes in 12 hours.
Even if you say it's an exceedingly unusual set of events that came together, we still can't let it happen again.
Meanwhile, a sea of frustrated commuters packed into New York's Port Authority bus terminal. The massive crowd held back by armed guards.
4 hours on an hour-and-a-half normal commute.
Some commuters forced to get out and push, many simply abandoning their cars. These students at this middle school in New Jersey forced to spend the night sleeping on gym mats. Their parents could not pick them up from school. They watched the movie Frozen.
Yeah, I wanted to go home.
On Interstate 78 in Pennsylvania, police using sirens, banging on doors to wake truckers and drivers who were stuck in traffic for so long they had fallen asleep. And the storm was deadly. One driver traveling north from Florida on Interstate 95 in Connecticut was killed after getting out of his car to clear snow. Air travel also grinding to a halt. Passengers trapped there too.
We were stuck on the plane for 2 hours.
Stranded travelers crashing on cots in airport terminals from Boston's Logan Airport to Newark.
What a mess. Let's get right to Rob Marciano with us live again tonight. The George Washington Bridge there behind you, Robin. What a chaotic scene there overnight. You're now tracking another system?
Yes, we are, David. We're not quite done with this one, which quite frankly outperformed our forecast. It's now spinning off the coast of Maine and spiraling snow bands around northern New England and North New York. But other storm you talked about, we've got winter storm warnings posted now for Wyoming and North Dakota, kind of a two-pronged system that will bring snow to the I-80 corridor and also snow through Minneapolis, Chicago, reaching into the areas that got some ice earlier this week, maybe 2 to 4 inches. Behind that, wind chills will be below zero. Some of that cold air will get to the east next week.
This is what the firefight looks like in the mountains outside Los Angeles. The air attack swooping in just above fiery ridges, multi-million-dollar homes on the brink of disaster.
I am surrounded by fire.
Many neighborhoods overrun by an unstoppable wall of fire, a vortex of smoke and flames closing in.
It was a tornado. I mean, it wasn't going like this, it was swirling.
With embers raining down, firefighters face a hellscape, losing more homes over the weekend and 2 new flare-ups today, causing panic on the freeway.
In neighborhoods like this one, where brush fires are burning, they could easily ignite nearby homes.
Across the state, the damage and devastation is staggering. The death toll climbing to at least 31. More than 7,000 structures have burned, while tonight across California, 70,000 homes are still in the path of fire.
How quickly is this fire jumping from hill to hill?
Very fast, very fast.
Destroying subdivisions in the West Valley and mansions in Malibu, Neil Young, Miley Cyrus, and actor Gerard Butler all lost their homes.
Welcome to my home in Malibu.
Everyone grateful for first responders, including the president, who himself came under fire for blaming the blaze on California's management of forest land. Critics blasting back, calling the statement ill-timed. But tonight on the front lines, no time for politics for those facing peril.
There's nothing left of anything.
With the loss here mounting, tonight more danger is looming. The winds threatening to unleash hell on earth again.
I'm Steve Patterson in Paradise, California, where nearly the entire town has been incinerated by towering flames. Tonight, crews pushing the front of the fire back with an aerial assault.
The fire took everything.
The campfire destroying all of it. In Paradise, blocks gutted, 29 dead, hundreds missing, whole neighborhoods reduced to ruins.
This is what's left in the wake of terrified residents trying to escape, a sight we've seen all over town. Cars discarded along the side of the road as so many became trapped and some were burned alive.
This rural town now transformed. The images stunning. Even the golden arches are all that's left of this McDonald's.
Oh my God.
We were with Jordana Lobis as she came back for the first time, her home in ashes.
It's like a movie you don't want to be in.
At Paradise Elementary, teachers embrace next to the ruins of a school that stood for 82 years.
Tonight, as this community comes to grips with what's lost, crews continue to search for the missing as more than 5,000 firefighters battle the most destructive fire.
Tonight in North Carolina, so far 36 students at Asheville Waldorf School have come down with chickenpox, a private school with one of the highest religious vaccination exemption rates in the state. 110 of its 152 students do not have the chickenpox vaccine.
Vaccines work. They prevent the spread of contagious illnesses. When we lack the protection of vaccines, we see outbreaks.
While vaccines are required in North Carolina, students can be exempt for religious and medical reasons.
We have a lot of people, a lot of elderly people that go to church there that could be contaminated due to the outbreak.
Experts say the new outbreak shows why vaccines are so critical.
When you see chickenpox spread through a community like this because of low vaccination rates, that's the canary in the coal mine, meaning that it's telling us that these other more deadly diseases could spread easy as well.
The school is closed this week. In a statement to Blue Ridge Public Radio, the school says it follows state immunization requirements, but recognizes a parent's decision to immunize their children happens before they enter school.
Tonight, panic on Chicago's South Side.
We just turned and started running. Security was trying to direct us into rooms and told us to lock the doors behind us. It was chaos.
Dozens of first responders flocking to Mercy Hospital. Reports of multiple victims shot.
The shots was coming so strong, so closely. I thought I was going to be hit by a bullet.
They have the pharmacy barricaded. 10 shots so far from inside.
Police met with gunfire at the scene. One officer shot, rushed to a neighboring hospital, now in critical condition.
Inside Mercy Hospital, look what's going on. Active shooter.
The hospital partially evacuated and placed on lockdown. Residents sheltering nearby.
It's a shootout, y'all. They're all on their knees.
The first shots fired outside the hospital at 3:28 p.m.
The gentleman turned around and shot 3 times in her chest. Then when she fell to the ground, he stood over and shot her 3 more times.
And tonight officials are confirming at least 4 people are in critical condition, including the suspect who was shot in the head. The hospital is now secure and patients are safe.